almost finished. Shipper is a nice guy. It's very hot today. I already changed a couple of t-shirts and I forgot to buy water. Went to the office and these guys actually, I love to see these, you know, they're using a 20-foot container. I think like 2 containers, maybe even 1. So they converted a 20-foot sea container to an office. And I see they made a window, put an air conditioning in. It's a bit dark inside, but they have room there for 2 guys working. Like basically one guy is at one end, like with a desk and a chair and a computer, and the other guy is over here. You know, you can probably buy it for a couple of $1,000. And so I said, do you guys have water here? And he opened the fridge and gave me, like, you know, almost frozen water. Alright, so it's almost midday. So all I have left to do is print out my permits, which are on my computer. And then we're gonna drive 30 miles to the pilot north of Knoxville. And I'm gonna scale this thing just to know the actual weight, and then I'm gonna stop there, grab coffee, and order the rest of the permits. Now that I know I checked the width, the height. The height is not too bad. It's almost 13.6, just a couple of inches, maybe 13.8, 13.9. And the width, they told me it was 11.11 wide. I'm more like 11.6, unless I'm missing something, but no, I measured the widest point, which is the bucket in the back. All right, well, let me just show you how I secured this thing. So I went to the office with all my empty. Got this at the B&H conference. You see, it has all the camera. Yeah, optic conference. Got it for free. You know, very handy thing, because you can put it on your belt, you know, on a bike. Anyway, we'll hide them later. Let me show you the chaining stuff. Okay, so I did use the front just to kind of help, you know, when I'm braking. And over here, that's what sometimes people forget that you can do, is you can put 2 chains in one eye, you know, if it's strong enough. And this one is, you know, a monster. And so I put one chain like this on both sides, but then I put a D-ring in there and I hooked up a chain across, so they're pulling against each other. So this is like perfect, like this spot, because it's pretty heavy, right? But you can also use this. That's what I used last time. There's a hole in there. I think I put a chain around it, but it's not as strong as the frame. Or if you wanna get all dirty, you can climb in there and put a chain around that huge axle, as long as there's no, you know, nothing you can break when you wrap the chain around. And I went crazy over here. That's how I did it last time. Just hook up like this, straight, vertical. And then I remembered I have these over here. See, they come in useful. So I have 4 chains on this one. Why? Because again, I have nothing in the back, you know, because these are flip axles, right? And actually I have eyes in here. So I would love to, if my trailer was like, you know, regular 3-axle, I would have a D-ring in here. So I would definitely tie it down like this. But I cannot tie it down to this, because this will just lift the axle, because they're not fixed, right? And so I put a chain over here, And this was a bit difficult. You have to climb in there, you know, drag the chain. And of course, first I took the big binder. The big binder couldn't go through. I had to climb down, grab another chain, climb back. So it was a very fun exercise. So I'm losing weight as we speak. And so here I have only one chain. And that's why I put so many in there, because you see this thing, it sits on the bed. It sits on my frame. And I put in a piece of rubber in there. Like the guy dropped it like straight, and I said, hold on, can you please lift it? I'm gonna put at least some rubber in there. So I put a piece of rubber, like conveyor belt. At least it helps a little bit. But you see, so that's like a very nice point of contact, which makes this load safer compared if this was just sitting on like this, because of course this is, some people would say this is crazy. But that's how you load them, you know. And so the tallest point of this machine is that part, they call it banana. See that part over there? So that's right now, it's 1310. 1310, but I still have 2 more positions. I'm in position 3, so I have 5, right? I can still go to 2 and 1, but I don't wanna yet, because the exit out of here is very steep. And then here, I also didn't go all the way down. You see, I'm in position 2, so that's position 1. So actually now, when I'm ready to leave, I'm gonna raise it probably to position 4, because there's a huge hill in there. So I have to exit, then go over that bridge, go on the other side of those trees, go under the freeway, and then just where that guy, that white van just came out of, that's where you jump in. This is 40. And then the next exit, 393, if you can see the sign in the distance, 40 goes straight, like that's east. And exit 393 is 640 west. Okay, I'm ready to go. Let me just raise the trailer, turn on the lights. Looking through that hole in there. All right, because yeah, I remember that when you go into 11, when you turn into 11, I'm not sure how I'm gonna turn in there. It's very narrow. Okay, buddy. You tired of the hot weather in Tennessee? Relocating to Canada. These rocks are so sharp. Like they hurt my feet, even through these industrial strength beach sandals. All right, sorry for this bit of a mess here. We're gonna get rid of it once we make it to the truck stop. Okay, so 66 kilometers, which is basically half of 60, right? Like half of 30 minutes, so roughly 35-40 miles. And that's perfect, because you're supposed to check your oh yeah, the Google said there's a crash on I-75. See? Plus 7 minutes, but maybe it's not that, but I don't know. All right, I'm a bit scared of this road, but what are you gonna do? Oh, and when I put in the route, check this out. The Google thinks I'm on I-40. It's so funny. It says basically keep going east on I-40, like I'm sitting on I-40, I loaded here, you know, and it's right there, you know. If I could go over this grassy hill and jump over that tiny little toy barrier, we'd be in business, but no, I have to do like this. So I'm gonna show you how I'm getting to the freeway. So we're gonna stop at that sign once I do this big loop. Okay, how do I think it would be better actually to go that way, because I came over there and that's a straight line. You see all these big ugly machines. So let's see if it's an okay turn in there. Oh yeah, I think it looks pretty wide. I like how they strategically positioned that bucket over there. To Canada. Oh, check this out. That's like a really old excavator. Like really bad, like well, the front is, I don't know, 3 inches off the ground. Now imagine now if I had a Stinger, you know? See, this is another bad turn. So they even put those rocks in there, so clearly people were hitting it. So shall I try to turn here like this, or shall I drain the air? Well, let's try it like this. To the barrier as possible. And we made it. And this is 40, I-40. So I loaded there, and now because there's no ramp, oh, check this out, there's a cop sitting on the shoulder there. So there's no ramp, surprised that cop, you know? Like, what the heck is that thing? And that's probably quite often that's the most difficult part, is getting out of the shipper, and getting to consignee sometimes is pretty wild, you know. Okay, see over here, we have a degree of like freaking 30 degrees. The road is like this, but that thing is so heavy. Uh-oh, a cop. And I remember this. I remember this, that this was very, you know, hilly over here. But the cool thing is that it has a light, you know? I'm gonna go very slow. Give folks some entertainment. So I'm 11 feet 5 inches wide and 11 feet 8 inches tall, which reminds me I gotta stop here and drop the height. Alright, where is it? 450 meters, 450 meters go this way. So I need 40. I think this thing is sending me in the wrong direction, you know? I need 40. Sorry folks. Yeah, I don't need that. I need 40 east. Because this thing is sending me over there, 40 west. I don't want to take that. Hold on, let me just drop the height. All right, I dropped my height to position 2. So yeah, there's two ways to get to I-75, right? So you can go 40 west, which is that way, and then take I-275, and then I-75. But that goes through downtown Knoxville, and that's not my route. Check this out. My route is 40 east and then 640 west. But look at the crazy road. Look at this. I know it's hard to see on the screen, but it's real dangerous with, you know, with heavy loads like this. Yeah, the whole machine sits like at a huge angle. Wow. Who designs roads like this? be interesting. Made it. Folks are probably surprised, but that's what I gotta do. When I saw the barrier in the middle, I knew that I wouldn't make it if I was just turning from the left lane, you know. Just comes with experience, you know. When you have experience, you can look at the intersection and see right away where you have to be in order to make the corner. All right, and that's where I was. See? So I was sitting. I see. I don't even have to change lanes. So I was sitting right there, and now we're just going under the bridge. Exit 393. Beautiful. Oh, and one thing I did, I changed one clamp. Because I bought a bunch of new clamps for my turbo for air to air. You know, they have this huge spring, so much better than what. Shut up. Much better than what my truck came with from the factory, you know? And so now I'm gonna slowly change them, the factory ones with the tiny spring to this big spring, massive ones. And so now I had one before, the big spring clamp, and I could hear this puffing, you know, like I know that something is not right. And so after I got loaded, I changed one more clamp. So now we have two heavy duty ones. And I don't have any detours in Tennessee because it's only 43 miles to Kentucky line. But in Kentucky, south of Lexington, it's all one big construction site. And my permit company told me that even though I drove there, right? I drove empty there this morning, and I was looking at the other side, like the shoulders were quite big, you know. But they said no. They limit the width 11 feet, and I'm definitely over 11. So they want me to take right after if you guys familiar with Kentucky over there, maybe like, I don't know, 20 miles north of Tennessee line, there's I-75 goes like this, and there's Highway 80, US 80. And so they want me to take US 80 west, and then US, I think it's 27 or 25 north, all the way to Lexington. So that's my big detour. And after that, yeah, I'm gonna scale, right? And I'm pretty sure this thing is not 74,000 pounds, but we'll see. I ended the day at a small truck stop with maybe 5 spots, and you have to pay. There's a sign, welcome, overnight truck parking, $10 per night, sign in at front desk, which I did. And that's US 27. North is this way, so Lexington is about 15 miles away. And and I'm curious how I'm gonna get out of here, because there's a sign there that says no left turn, and I cannot go this way, it's too sharp, so I'll have to go that way because I gotta turn left. And I try to park so that there's another spot. I didn't want to block two spots. I'm not that wide, so you see I left one spot. Now this guy can come in, and that's like the last spot.